Hey guys, it's boy Johanna. Welcome back to my channel, Fat. So hope you guys are doing absolutely great. So in today's video, I woke up at 8. I mean like 7 I woke up, and at 8 I'm reviewing this new bike which is recently launched in India, and this is the all new NS400Z. Just look at it. This is the brand new NS400, and Lisa is over there. This is how it looks, the NS400Z, typical NS200 styling. So let's talk about the features, let's talk about all the specs and the ride quality, everything on this bike. So without wasting any further, guys, let's get started. Okay, straight from the look of this, if you can see in the front profile, you can get to know that this is the NS400. But side profile, it is typically from the NS200. I mean, the whole main frame, the body, the chassis are literally derived from the NS200. Only at the front side you can differentiate the NS400. Otherwise, at the side and also from the back side, they should have done some changes on the back side, because it literally looks like the NS200 or the Pulsar 150, the back profile. They should have done something at the back to get to know that this is the NS400. Only at the front side, the looks of the headlamp, you can get to know that this is a NS400. The looks of it is bit of a Venom look. Yeah, because the light setup, the DRL is kind of what do you say, the Venom styling, and you have the projector lamp. I guess you can have a good light throw at the night. I'm not sure about the night setup, how the night light looks, but I hope it works well. You have the LED side indicators, and at the side it's pretty much the NS200 styling. You have the Gremeka disc brakes at the front. You have a dual channel ABS. You have at the front you have a 320mm disc, and which is from the Gremeka. The very first time I'm listening to this. And the tire is from the MRF Zapper, which is of 110 17-inch tire. And at the back, the engine looks in this way. You get the coolant over there, and at the back you also get the Gremeka disc brake, which you have the rear as 230mm, and at the back you have the MRF Rev Z, which is of, where is it, 140 17-inch radial tires. They should have given the Mezilla or Apollo or any other brands apart from, or the C8 apart from this MRF, because I really don't like MRF. The MRF is not very good for these 400cc motorcycles, and I don't have a good faith in the MRF. And here you can see the exhaust, the underbelly exhaust over here, and the sound is really good, man. Comparing to the Duke, the sound is really good. I really love the sound of the NS400Z. The tail section is typically from the NS200, there's no doubt about that. You have a sticker badging over here, NS400Z, the Pulsar iconic logo. You have some graphics over here as well. You get the Sari guard over there as well. Just look at it, and yep, this is how it looks, the NSZ400. Let's go to the handlebar section. You can see you get the adjustable lever at both ends. You get the Dominar mirrors. Obviously it is derived from the Dominar. See, the mainframe and the engines are derived literally from the Dominar, so there is no changes. I know there are a few changes from the riding mode which you don't get to see in the Dominar. So you have some riding modes, 4 riding modes, which I will show you later. And the total design is from NS200, because due to cost cutting, you can see that, because they have given you the Gremeka and not from the by Brembo or any other brakes. Nissan, this is from Gremeka. I'm the very first time seeing the brakes. You get the MRF. They should have given you a good set of tires, but they have provided you MRF. So everything is because of cost cutting. And you know what, the price of this bike is just on road 2.4 lakhs in Mangalore. So it's a steal deal, guys. I know there are some few flaws in this bike, but you know, instead of getting the MT-15 or R15, why not go for this? Or instead of going for NS200, invest a bit of 40k more and you get this bike. Let's hop on to the bike and I'll be showing you how the bike is. The mirrors are this, so you get a good visibility, but the only issue is that you don't get a proper tilt on this mirror. Never mind. So the buttons are very tactile, but it is a bit hard, plasticky thing. It is good. The over here, if you compare this, you feel like, oh, the buttons are not that great, but when you come to this side, the buttons work really well. And also you get the and you can see the lever, and over here you get the USB type A charger, warning indicators above the screen. And over here you can see the rev meter, the gear position indicator, the fuel indicators, the odometer. You get the 4 mode, as I said you, the 4 mode, and you get the also you get the side stand indicator, the time, and a small display for turn by turn navigation and all. You get the lot of information over here as well. The average is right now 35 kmpl, which is not bad for a 400cc motorcycle. If you go to the main menu, you get a vehicle info, connectivity, trip and lap timer, settings and all. If you go to the vehicle info, you get the ride mode, and you get 4 ride modes in this. If you can hear the sound of it, it is really damn good. Just hear it out once. Too good, man, too good. I really love the sound. I'm a bit jealous of my Duke, because the Duke doesn't have that kind of sound. The sound is really good. So yep, this is how it is. The fuel tank of this bike is 11 liters, which is a bit short, but that's okay, because you are getting a good mileage from this. The average is something like 30, so you can expect about 30 to 35 kmpl of mileage. You have a ride-by-wire, but you don't have the quick shifter on this bike. And if you see the seat height, it is 807 mm, which is a bit taller than my Duke, which has a 800 mm seat height. Also, you have the ground clearance of 168 mm, which is quite good comparing to a naked bike, because you get an underbelly exhaust, and that is why it is a bit short. Otherwise, the Gen 3 has a ground clearance of 180 mm. Also, the curb weight of this is 18 kgs lighter than the Dominar. So this weighs about 175 kgs, which is also good. Very lightweight, very agile. The wheelbase is very short, so that is about 1344 mm, which is really good when you compare for the naked sports bike, because you can get a quick agile. You can easily maneuver in the corners as well. And talking about the engine, you get the 373cc, which is literally swapped from the Dominar. The same engine you get from the Dominar. You have the 40 PS at 8000 rpm and 35 Nm of torque at 5500 rpm. At the price point of 2.5 lakhs, under 2.5 lakhs, this is the best bike you can get in market if you consider for a 400cc. The rival of this is the Triumph Speed 400 and CBR 300R. That is the most underrated bike, I can say, because I don't see most people buying it. I don't know why. That bike is really beautiful. If you want to check out the video, the link would be popping out right here maybe, so you can check it out. I have made a full review of the CB 300R, and in the 400cc, I guess only the Speed 400, which is priced around 3 lakhs, That's the only rival for this, and apart from that, I don't think there's any rival in 400cc. If you come down to the 300cc, you have CB300F, CB300R. Not many bikes are there and at this price point. So if you want a 400cc which you want to understand very well about the 400cc, you have a tight budget of something like 2.5 lakh, this is the perfect bike, I could say you. Now let's go for a test drive. Let's go for a ride. Let's understand the ride modes, how it sounds. The one issue I felt being a taller rider is that when you sit on this bike, right, when you grab your legs to the tank, this body panel makes a bit issue when you are riding. I mean, like, this comes, oh, if you see over here, see, that is a bit of, what do you say, irritating thing when you ride, because whenever you ride, most of the time you come front or you come back, this touches a lot of time. So this thing they should have cut down to here or something like that. So that is one thing I felt, which is bit like, it's bit of irritation. Let's go for a test drive, let's go for a ride, let's understand the bike, and I'll give you the final verdict. Okay, so now let's go for a ride. Always wear a helmet whenever you ride your motorcycle. Now let's turn on the bike. This is how it looks. So now, yeah, let's go for a ride. I literally love the sound, man. The first impression is the sound. Sound is really good. Oh my god, sound is really good, man. Now I'll try with the sports mode. Let's see if there is any changes. If you see, it is in the 1.5 RPM. Let's go. The first service of this bike is done, so I can pull out a bit on this. The rear brake, you have to press bit hard to get the feel of it. Now let's try it. Brakes are good. Now let's try one more time. On this bike. Let me just gear up. Okay, chalo. Three, two. There is a slight changes in the sports mode. I have tested out in the road mode. In the fourth gear it was locking in 128, 129, but in a sports mode it is going above 130. I mean, the max speed is 132. It was touching. So yeah, there is a quite difference in the sports mode. I can see that. I can clearly see that there is very much changes when you change the ride modes. But yeah, we have to just check out other modes as well. Now let's go for the city rides. Let's check out how the city condition goes. Okay, but now first let's fuel up this bike and let's take a spin of it. Apart from that, this is very easy to maneuver, guys. I can tell you, easy to maneuver. You can easily take this bike to anywhere. As well as they have given you the off-road mode as well. I don't know how well it works if you turn out the off-road mode, but
yeah, this is very lightweight and you can easily go on, because the handlebar is bit upright, so you can easily be in a comfortable stance rather than sitting on my Duke. It is bit of aggressive position, where if you see, I can even stand on this bike easily. The colors of this bike, you get 3 or 4 colors, I guess. One is the red, the black and the white. You can see the color of this bike is the red black version. So you get 3 or 4 colors variation on this bike. We'll rev for one more time, seeing the traffic condition, and later we'll rev this motorcycle. Shall we rev now? Chalo. Okay, easily goes to 140, as you can see that it was easily going to 140, but in the corners it was wobbling bit. Okay, that was a scary part for me. It was wobbling bit. And when taking the corners, but when you go on a straight line path, it can easily touch 140 in 5th gear, 140 plus in 5th gear. I don't know whether it's a speedo error or what. Most of the creators are saying there is a speedo error. I don't know what. I don't know. I am not complaining about that, but it easily touches 140 plus in 5th gear, because I am riding in the sports mode. I don't know what mileage I'm getting from it. So now let's test out the rain mode, how well it works in rain mode. Okay. Oh my god, it was working smooth then. There is a quite lagginess in the rain, because it really makes you feel that you have to go slow, and see, it is going slow. It takes time to pull, but while you go on a sports mode, I would show you clearly. See. This is what I'm saying. You can get to know clearly in the rain mode as well as in the sports mode. Now let's test out the road mode. Okay, this is like the okayish range, that the quite comfortable one which you can go. But in the sports mode and rain mode, you can clearly get to know the power delivery. It is stopping a bit of power initially. In the rain mode, you can clearly get to know that. Back brake is bit not responding well. They should have done a bit well in back brake. The front brake is crisp and very responsive, but the back brake is like, nah, you need to press hard to get that taste, to get that grip. Otherwise you are not feeling that much. You have to always press the front brake most of the time. If you ask me to whom this bike is for, if a person who was in 150 and who is trying to see any 300-400cc for them under the price point of 2.5 or 3 lakhs, I could literally recommend you guys to get this bike. I mean, go for a test drive. Literally, at first, understand your likes and dislikes. If you are in a 150cc, 200cc, and if you want to upgrade for 350, 400cc, you have this. Otherwise, you also have the Duke, you also have the Speed 400, you also have the Himalayan 450. But in terms of your in terms of your taste, what taste you want, if you want a naked sports bike, you have a lot of options in the market right now. So you can test out n number of bikes and you can go for it. But I can tell you, in the price point of 2.5 lakh, this is the bike for you guys. NS400, you have the NS character in this, you have the NS feel in it, you have easy maneuvering sports bike. In traffic, in city condition, see, you can easily glide. Naked bikes are made for it. You can easily glide on the traffic, on the city conditions. You get an initial good torque as well in this bike, so you can do that as well. See, in fourth gear, I'm riding at what do you say, 30 kilometer per hour. That's not an issue. If I go for fifth gear, will that make any issue? No. Let's see. I'm in 35. It can easily go. If I give the throttle up, it takes the buzz at the initial. It takes the first buzz, but then later on you can easily pull it up. I mean, you can easily be on 40 kilometer per hour in fifth gear. I will make it lower than this. Let's see, can it go, can it pull up 25, 35 or something like that. See, there's a domino going over there. Okay, let's go 30. Okay, can I pull up? Can I pull up? You can easily pull it up. So even on 28 at the fourth gear, if I pull up the fifth gear, let's see. Okay, can I pull now? Okay, there is a clash. I mean, like about 35 kilometer per hour, you can easily gear up. If you go in the fourth gear, let's see. Okay, can I? Okay, it takes time, but it goes. Okay, it goes easily. So yeah, there is no junket of pulling your clutch, downshifting every time in the traffic. In a city condition, you can easily use this motorcycle even on 30-40 km per hour easily on fourth and fifth gear. I don't recommend going down below that, because you have to lower down, because this is a 400cc and you have to downshift, otherwise you will get the cranky sound on the gear, on the change. So yep, this is how it is. Suspension is pretty fine, guys. Suspension is pretty fine. Not on the stiffer side, not on the softer side. It is working well. Horn is bit low. Horn is very low, I can say that. Okay, so the final verdict of this bike: if you are looking a 400cc and in a very tight budget, voila, NS400 Bajaj have made a really good bike to all the motor enthusiasts to experience a 400cc bike. So this is the NSZ400, which you can opt as your 400cc motorcycle. There are few flaws, like considering the brakes, the tires, the panels as well. There are few minor flaws, but that is acceptable. Tires you can change, brakes you can't. I mean, like, maybe you can change if you have a really good what do you say, motorcycle shop where you can change the brakes as well. So but you can change the tire on the later stages. That is acceptable. There are few flaws that is okayish, but when you considering the price point, bang on, you are getting a really good motorcycle, guys. do take a test drive. If you want to have this bike on your garage, I really recommend you guys to take a test drive, understand your likes and dislikes, and go for it. For me, I could get this bike in a price point of 2.5 lakhs, because in the, at the price point of 2.5 lakhs you don't get any bikes of 400cc apart from this. You don't get any bikes of 400cc. You have the only bike, that is the NSZ400. So go take a test drive. And yep, that is it, guys. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you like it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, do comment down if you have any queries, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Until then, bye bye. 'Cause we're aiming high.